Oh, so you thought it was just the rich people trying to take advantage of you during a pandemic? Wrong, bucko. It's the people pretending to be rich trying to do it too. So I've talked about multi-level marketing companies before, and let's just say I'm not a fan. And once again, they've been hit with numerous FTC complaints and warnings and letters. Why, you may ask? Oh, just basic things like massive false claims in terms of efficacy of their products in regards to COVID, i.e., people saying that the products these companies are selling can prevent, treat, and cure COVID, also called garbage people. And for those of you unfamiliar, MLM, or multi-level marketing, is just a fancy way to say pyramid scheme, but with a product involved. The real money still comes from signing up new people, but, you're selling some makeup at the same time. Now, I think we all might have family members or friends that are pretty chill with it, like perhaps a great aunt that just likes selling some Avon to keep busy. But more and more, you're probably getting messages from people that you used to go to school with, saying that they love your lifestyle, or that they've noticed you're putting on a little bit of weight, or that they've noticed that you take your health really seriously. So you might be interested in a few of these products, or that you're so good at makeup that you might want to actually make money showing people makeup on Instagram, even though you don't wear makeup at all. These are the Huns, and they're here to drag you down with them. Now, I've showed the Office clip before, kind of explaining how this stuff still works like a pyramid, but I figured I would just show you again. So we won't even add the company here, but we'll just say here's one person that goes to the company and they decide that they're going to sign up for this company because, someone said the products are good and it's fun. And then they realize, well, the best way to make money is actually get more people selling the same products so that, you can be the upline, and then you can make money off of other people doing the harder work. So you find two of your friends, and then those two friends might find two people each. And then each of these people might find maybe 3 people, because they're trying way harder to make more money because they're not making anything at the level they're at. So they're trying real hard, and it kind of keeps going like this. And you might notice that whoopso, bangso, boomso, I've made a triangle, which also happens to be the shape of a pyramid. So that, you get the people at the top that get to just talk about how much money they make, so they're up here with their dollar signs, and then the people down here are crying with garages full of unused leggings, products, and essential oils exploding everywhere while their husband cries. Pretty simple, right? Now, the companies themselves come in every possible variety of thing you could imagine. But I find that the worst ones tend to try to corner as many areas of the market as they possibly can to try to loosely link things together. So health and beauty now goes together because the makeup that you're wearing has so much to do with the products that you're shoving down your gullet. But there's leggings, makeup, hair products that have been linked to mass amounts of hair loss and scalp damage. Health products that are usually just overpriced vitamins or vitamin blends a la Goop, protein powders, supplements, and of course, the horrible weight loss products, diet teas, and fat burners that I've talked about in the past that at best will do nothing and at worst will just make you shit your organs out. Slight exaggeration, but you're gonna poop. And honestly, one of my favorites of the whole crop of these things is the essential oils that have largely been co-opted into legit snake oil. Cancer? Make sure you try these blends. And I wish I was lying to you, but at least 3 different MLM-based companies that sell essential oils have made insane statements on their website about the efficacy of their essential oils on things like certain types of cancer and Alzheimer. And I don't mean alleviating symptoms or helping with feelings of anxiety. I mean legit claiming that they could cure these problems with essential oils. There are a lot of things you can do with essential oils. Reversing the effects of Alzheimer's is not one of them. And then on top of that, even if you are just selling it because it's oh, this smell is nice and it's calming and it helps me relax at night, they're selling them at extremely marked up prices. You can find all of these things in other places way cheaper. They claim that they have these really high quality proprietary blends and they're way better, but in reality, the only thing that they're better at is marketing themselves. And even after multiple complaints lodged against these companies for false claims across the board, they never stopped. And that's because the sales reps didn't stop. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there right now with uplines that are telling people all sorts of misinformation to encourage them to spread that on to family and friends and anybody that they can come in contact with. Also, the uplines, as mentioned, are just the higher levels of the pyramid that stand the most to gain by you either selling more products or finding new people. And a lot of the times, the saddest part is that they believe the things they're telling people to say about these products. Like, remember a handful of videos ago when I was talking about people selling different essential oil blends because they claimed they could completely kill off infections? People not being afraid of traveling during the pandemic because they had their trusty thieves oil, which they oftentimes claim can cure 99.6% of airborne illnesses and viruses? Ooh, God. Yeah, it's dangerous delusion. It's one thing if you think you're using it around your house and helping disinfect things and it makes things smell nice. That's whatever. It's a completely different thing when you're going out into the world thinking you're completely immune from these illnesses and not able to transmit it to other people because you're protected with your thieves, man. Now, a lot of the times when they sell thieves oil, they quote this old plague story, totally leaving out the fact that thieves oil isn't even actually the blend that they would have used back then, and possibly leaving out the part that the reason why it likely worked is that it warded off fleas that carried the plague, not actually prevented the illness itself. But, even then, this blend of oils was actually created by Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, who has been arrested and charged with practicing medicine without a license. I guess there's like an entire treasure trove of horrible things this guy has been associated with, but Young Living is still one of the most notable brands in this market. Gary has since passed away, so it's not like he's directly benefiting from it at this point, but just something to keep in mind, the origins of some of these companies. Now, the things in Thieves Blend itself have been studied for certain benefits, but people are selling this stuff making the really wild claims. That is insane, dangerous, and flat out irresponsible considering what we're going through right now, and that's why they keep getting hit with these complaint warnings. Now, products aside, because I've spent plenty of time talking about the issues I have with some of these products in other videos, and obviously not everyone selling essential oils is making claims like this, but the companies themselves are highly predatory. Most MLMs have startup costs, meaning that they're making money from you right from the get-go. They always push you to these expensive starter kits and hide the cheaper ones behind different pages of things, and you have continued costs as you're in. So if you're not meeting sales goals or any kind of sales, you're actually losing money being part of these companies. And if you don't believe me, here's Young Living's income report for 2018 that shows that less than 0.4% make any real kind of money, and that over 99% barely make anything at all. And that's not actually taking into account any of the associated costs. So even if you just go with that lowest level that says that the average makes $4, 88.8% makes an average of $4 annually. That means they lost so much money just signing up and getting the starter kit. And then if you look at doTERRA's, they might look really good just at face value. 62% of people could make $27,000 a year. That's incredible. But it doesn't mention in that graph the fact that not all of their sales reps are at that silver level. That's actually something you have to work towards. So this is basically a graph of their top maybe 5% of salespeople. So 62% of this 5% are making roughly the same amount or less than what another person would make just working a regular 9-to-5 job, but they're doing it pretty much constantly. In reality, the people under this make on average $380 a year, which again, doesn't include any of the associated costs with being a member. And you can see that across the board, It Works was one of the ones that specifically got hit for financial claims. So they cost about $100 a month to be part of It Works, to be an actual salesperson, and they're making none of that back in most cases. So that is operating at an extreme loss while still claiming that anybody can join up and become a millionaire. But don't worry, guys, you're definitely gonna get super rich because you're the exception, the 1% exception. And that's not the $1 million 1% exception because, that could still be worth hedging your bets on. That's just making any kind of money 1%. And then even if you do make it, you're probably just gonna end up rich and lonely because you've alienated all of your friends and family. Yes, I did wear this specifically to set that up. So the propensity for people making false medical claims with these companies is so high that they, as mentioned, have received multiple FTC complaints, but these companies have actually had to put out warnings. I know Arbonne just sent out a warning saying that they were horrified by the claims some people were making. So the companies themselves can say that they're against it all they want, but it doesn't stop the fact that the sales reps say it, and it doesn't stop them from trying to get around those pesky regulations. Here's a chart on the doTERRA website that literally shows you how you can dance around the false claims while still convincing people the item that they're going to use is a valid cure or treatment for something. So, instead of saying it fights colds and flu, you say it supports the immune system. Instead of claiming that it can prevent diabetes, you say use as a part of your diet to help maintain an already healthy blood sugar level. Fights germs, viruses, bacteria, or allergens. You can use them for seasonal or environmental threats. They're really still saying the exact same things, but they're wording it in a way that it's harder for the FTC to come at them. And it's disgusting. Now, due to the nature of these businesses, some of you might have noticed an increase in your friend groups or your families starting their journeys to financial independence. And that's because these companies thrive on uncertainty and prey on the vulnerable. If you say you can't afford it, they say, if you can't afford this startup cost, that means you have to do this because it's the only way you're gonna make money. That's why you should do this. People who have lost their jobs, people who are at home with kids, people who are in debt, or any other number of bad situation, they're gonna prey on them. But rest assured that you're just another product to them. And seeing as the reason that a lot of people are finding themselves in positions where they can't make a steady income right now is due to a global health concern, it's absolutely disgusting that these MLMs are out in full force trying to convince people to join up to sell products that can help prevent it even though they can't. Give up on the vaccine, guys! We got the thieves' oil! So again, the FTC has sent another swarm of letters, this one specifically detailing health concerns and false income statements. That literally means that not only are they lying about the efficacy of their products and what they can do, they're also lying about how much money you can make. So the companies that got hit for both are doTERRA, Prove It, Total Life Changes, Tranent, Modern, and Arbonne. Additionally, ID Life, It Works, and Rodan and Fields got hit with earnings and claims complaints, and Zervita got hit with health complaints. So let's take a look at some of the things people were saying to try to sell their products. So doTERRA actually had people posting pictures of peppermint and lemon essential oil bodies with hashtags that had hashtag COVID, hashtag prevention. This next one is probably one of my favorites. This is to inform us all the pH for coronavirus varies from 5.5 to 8.5. All we need to do to beat it, we need to take more of an alkaline foods that are above the pH levels of the virus, some of which are lemon, lime, tangerine, orange, hashtag COVID, hashtag doTERRA, hashtag doTERRA pH. And then additionally on the earnings claim side for doTERRA, for those of you working from home now, who says you ever have to go back? With a little education and a lot of uplifting support, you can take your health and your career future in your own hands. Need to make extra money? Find it difficult to pay your bills? Were you laid off / hashtag fired? Be your own boss with doTERRA essential oils. Message me to achieve financial independence. God, I was joking about that earlier, but holy shit, they really say it. And then of course the FTC blatantly states it's unlawful under the FTC Act to advertise that a product can prevent, treat, or cure human diseases unless you possess competent and reliable scientific evidence, which they don't. Some from Prove It were, got the coronavirus heebie-jeebies? Boost your immunity with this amazing deal. And this breakdown of the coronavirus is really good. Some products you might currently be using for fat loss are also as a benefit for helping your immunity. And then as I mentioned, Arbonne reps were making false medical claims for immunity support stuff, as people have been doing lately. But one of my favorites was actually their financial claim. So living in quarantine where 14 million people have applied for unemployment just last week, I'll stick with the opportunity to change people's lives. Turn a small investment into 6 figures. Hashtag Arbonne, hashtag quarantine. Again, I would just like to say that if millions of people are out of work and the way that you're going to sustain yourself at home is by selling things, who's going to buy the things if everyone's out of work? You're making Pudgy Gabumon cry. And these companies can say they don't stand behind these statements as much as they want. When you foster an environment that encourages people treating their friends and families as sales opportunities, and then add in the concept of an upline that makes more money the more people they can get to sign up to their team, yeah, you're gonna run into problems. Even with the slew of false medical claims out of the way, the fact that they're trying to manipulate people into joining this crap at their lowest points is just gross. Because every new person has to pay some kind of onboarding fee or starter pack. And the biggest lie of them all is freeing you from your 9-to-5 job. Because again, why work a 9-to-5 when you can work a 25-8? Because your life will become shilling this stuff. If you're not meeting sales goals, your upline's gonna tell you that it's your fault and that you're not trying hard enough and that you're not working hard enough. Every Instagram post, every new encounter, everything you do is going to be seen as a new chance to convert somebody to your lifestyle. And I'm not saying that every single one of these companies sell crap, but a lot of them do and a lot of them lie. Because remember, if you bail out, the upline suffers. And they'll do anything to keep you around because their primary way to make money is signing up new people. The more new people they have in their group, the less work they actually have to do. Now, I know it seems great that they got issued warnings and it might feel like a little win, but it's really not gonna stop them. They get these things constantly. They're just gonna kick out the people that were making the false claims, make a big show about how it's not okay, and then continue on their shitty way. But I'm still gonna take it as a slight victory and hope that news reports like this might convince people not to sign up or to actually get out before they start losing massive amounts of money, because that's the reality. You are more likely to lose money in these ventures than make anything close to sustainability. I've heard so many horror stories of people buying like way too much product because their uplines have promised them that it's the way to do it. They'll sell it in no time, that it's gonna help them get that monthly bonus, and then, it's good. They'll just have the stock and they can sell it, but at least they got the bonus. And then they're just left in debt with a bunch of products that no one actually wants. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'll catch you all later.